Hi, all. A very warm welcome from ESPI Visa Consultants. In this video, we will discuss about UK interview and visa process. Firstly, a general introduction about UK. So, UK consists of a combination of four countries, that is England, Scotland, Wales, and Northern Ireland. In this map, you can see more details related to the major airports, cities, and the capital city of UK, that is London. The general information of UK that a student should be aware about, that is the capital of UK is London. The official language spoken there is English. The currency used is GBP, that is Great Britain pound. And some of the major tourist place of UK. Now, talking about the UK interview, what important points should a student remember before attending a interview? Generally, 90% of UK interview are conducted through Skype. So a student should be decently dressed. First important thing. Secondly, he should be very calm and organized in his answers. The student should speak naturally and should be well informed regarding what he is speaking. He should not mug up the answers, because when you mug up things, there is possibility that you forget the answer, and when you forget up the lines, you start becoming nervous. So students should not cram up the answers. And most importantly, the answers should not mismatch with the documents that have been submitted in the university, that is the CV, SOP that has been submitted during the admission process. There should not be a mismatch between the documents and the answers that you are speaking up. And during the interview, if you faces any difficulty in connectivity problem, or you're not able to hear the question properly, please politely ask the interviewer to repeat the question or to rephrase it. You could also ask them to talk more slowly if you're not able to understand. Now, what all questions are asked during an interview? Firstly, they might ask you the details of the passport. So, you should know your passport number. And then you should be able to self introduce yourself. In self introduction, you should include details like your name, date of birth, place from where you belong, what is the latest education that you have completed, and when have you completed it. If you have not completed it recently, what are you currently doing? If you are working, then you should be well aware about your organization you are working at. You should know the name of the head of your department. You should be able to name your colleagues. You should be able to na- uh, name the duties that you are doing during your work time, and you should also able to correlate the job and the course that you have applied to. One of the major question that comes up during the interview is why UK. So to answer this question, the student should be aware about the basic details of UK. You have to describe the UK educational qualities compared to other countries. You have to research about UK economy, weather, people, and food. You can talk about the award history of UK. We have also provided links below which will help you to frame up answers. At least you should frame up an answer with 7 to 8 minimum points so that at the time of an interview you will be able to speak up at least 5 of them. Now the next question might be, why not study in India? So you should have solid 4 to 5 reasons that why you don't want to study in India. You have to compare the education system in UK and the education system in India. One of the major differences that in India major focus is provided on theoretical knowledge, whereas in UK you will be also able to get practical knowledge more. You can compare the student faculty ratio. Here the students in per class size is much more compared to the students in UK. You can talk about the equipment and modern technologies that is used in UK. You can talk about the syllabus, as the syllabus in UK is regularly updated. You can also talk about the infrastructures. Compare UK with two other countries. So you should also be able to compare with UK with any two other countries other than India also. It can be US, Canada, Australia. While comparing, you should remember that you should be able to name the universities in that country which offers the same course that you have selected. You should be able to mention the fees per year for that country. Then you can talk about the duration of the course, the quality of the study, and the safety for international students also. Now coming to UK, you might also be asked to compare your university with other universities in UK. That what made you select the university that you have finally chosen compared to any other university in UK. So you should be able to compare your university and be able to describe the university ranking, the awards received by your university, the course curriculum, that is the modules that is offered to you, the educational facilities offered by the university, and finally you can talk about the location of your university. So at least you should be aware of two other universities, and for this you can take the help of the Guardian League table or the uniguide.co.uk, which will help you in comparisons of universities. As a student, you should also be aware about the living expenses in UK. If your university is located in London, you should be aware that according to the UKVI rule, the monthly expense needed is 1265 GBP, which amounts to annually 11,385 GBP. So this is the 1 year living expense needed if your university is located within London. And if your university is located outside of London, the monthly cost needed is 1015 GBP, which amounts to 9135 GBP annually. Now, the major question an interviewer asks to the student is related to your finance. So, you should be able to answer them that who is going to sponsor you. You should be aware about the sponsor's occupation. What is his annual and monthly income? If suppose your father is sponsoring you, then what is his job? What is his annual and monthly income? Does he pay the income tax return? If he is an agriculturist, how much land does he have? What type of crops does he cultivate? And as mentioned earlier, how much fund will be required for your living expense plus studies in UK? And do you have that sufficient amount in your bank balance? So the funds that is required to show is your 1 year of living expense plus the remaining tuition fee of 1 year after the paid amount. That is the after you have made the deposit to the university, the balance amount you need to show in your bank balance. Interviewer can also ask you questions related to your accommodation. So when a questions related to accommodation arises, firstly and foremost, we recommend student to search for the university accommodation. If your university is offering you an accommodation, please get those details. Please find the details that what is the name of the accommodation that the university is offering, how far is it from the university, what will be the time taken to travel to the universities, and what will be the facilities offered by your university accommodation, and what is the rent of the university accommodation. Or if your university is not offering you with an accommodation, you can also provide an address of a friend who is residing nearby your university. But please take care that this address is within 45 minutes distance from the university. If you are mentioning an address nearby your university, again you should be aware that how will you travel to the university, what will be the time taken, and what is the route map that you are going to follow, and what facilities are offered at your accommodation. Now the important questions come about your university. Before attending an interview, a student should do a deep research related to his university. The student should be aware about the website of the university. When was the university established? What is the current rank of the university? Has the university received any award? What is the award received by the university in teaching excellence framework? How many campuses does your university have? What is the graduation and student satisfaction ratio of your university? What is the academic and non-academic facilities provided by your university? So these all details a student should be aware about. For this, you just need to refer to your university website. Now the question might be related to your course, that why have you chosen this specific course? So firstly, you should be able to connect the course with your previous education or previous work experience. Then you should also be able to explain the interviewer that how this course is going to help you in your future, or what are skills and knowledges will you receive from this program. You should also be able to answer questions like duration of the course, how many modules are you about to study, what will be the credit points of each module, and the start and end date of your course. What are your job opportunities after the completion of your course? So, for these details, you need to refer the course page of your university website. And this is very important question related to your future plan. So, generally, students provide a very general answer, but the foremost and important thing is that you have to speak nothing related to work in UK or any future plan in UK. Your future plan should be related to your home country. So you should be able to mention the amount and job amount of salary and job that you will receive back in your home country. You should able to describe the organization that you are going to work with, at what designation you will be able to get a job, and how will the UK degree help you in getting that job. So in the future plan, a student should able to convince the interviewer that he has a very solid reason to return back to India. Some other important questions which may be included based on your profile, that how does your studies fit into a career plan? Any students, if previous education does not matches with the current course selected, then he should be able to convince the interviewer that why there is a field change. And if for any certain course the cost in your home country is more, sorry, the cost in your home country is less compared to studying in UK, then why are you making that extra money spent? You should be able to convince the interviewer. There you can talk about the quality of education, the advantages that you are getting from a UK education. If you have a long break in your studies, you should be able to tell them that why do you want to return to the studies now. And if the interviewer asks you, do you have any plans to work in UK, definitely your answer should be a no. How the student eligibility is decided? A student is considered genuine if at the end of an interview an interviewer feels that he will leave UK. So for this, you should be able to support yourself and show them that you have the necessary funds needed for the study and your living expense. You should be able to convince them that your degree matches with the further course that you have selected, and that will help you build up your career plan. So in short, overall, remember that your answers need to be clear and concise. You should maintain a good level of English in terms of speaking as well as reading. Now we will talk about the UK visa procedure. So what is a UK visa and where does it allows you to go? So UK visa will give you an access to the entire United Kingdom territory. So with one visa you will be able to visit 4 different countries as already mentioned: England, Scotland, Ireland and Wales. So during an interview, the student might also be asked informations related to visa. So for any student to file a UK visa, you need to have 40 points. Now 30 points is given for your CAS letter, that is confirmation of acceptance for studies received from the university, and 10 points is given for the maintenance of your funds for 28 days. Now what all documents are required to be submitted in visa file? Your visa appointment letter, your application form, your CAS letter, your educational documents, your financial documents, affidavit of support if required, and medical certificate, that is the TB. So any international student applying for a full-time degree course in UK will be able to apply for a Tier 4 student visa. So as I have already mentioned, the student should complete his 40 points to able to submit his visa file, and during the visa procedure the student should also pay the immigration health service charges. Now when a student can apply for visa? The earliest you can apply for a visa is 3 months before your start of your course, and generally based on the type of visa application you have submitted, maximum it will take 3 weeks to get you with the decision. The student generally receives a 1 month visa, and then he needs to collect the BRP from nearby post office or university. Now where to submit the visa file? You can submit the visa file at your nearest VFS center. For students in Gujarat, they can submit the visa file in Ahmedabad, and the working days are from Monday to Friday from 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. Just make a note that if you walk in without or prior to your appointment, a charge of 3,000 extra needs to be paid for your visa file to be submitted. So the application fees for a visa file, it is approximately 348 GBP. It varies on the category of visa that you are selecting, and the health surcharge that you need to pay is 300 GBP per year. So if your course duration is of 2 years, you will need to pay 600, and if it's of 3 years, you will need to pay 900 GBP. And what should be brought for the student visa interview? The student should have a valid passport and should also carry all previously issued passports. The student should have latest passport size photo, signed application printout, ATA certificate if needed, original financial sponsorship documents, original and photocopies of education, identity and address proof, and the medical certificate, and also would require to provide a biometric information at the nearest visa application center. In some cases, after you submit the visa file for UK, a student might be asked to attend an interview in person or attend a telephonic interview. So those questions that were discussed with you earlier, generally those are asked, but you should be, as said already, calm and organized while answering back them. So in most of the cases, you receive a decision within 3 to 12 weeks. What is the next step for a successful UK visa applicant? If your UK visa application becomes successful, you will receive a short term 30-day visa with which you can enter UK. And you need to collect your BRP card after entering UK within 10 days. Now, how, when, and where to collect your BRP? Firstly, what is BRP? BRP is a biometric residence permit, and it is your main proof of permission to remain in UK for the duration of your stay. It can be collected only after you enter UK and should be collected within 10 days of your arrival from the post office detailed in your confirmation letter. What information does BRP include? It includes your name, date and place of birth. It also includes your biometric information like fingerprints and photo. It includes your immigration status and any conditions of stay. Example, how many hours you are allowed to work. It showcases your gender and nationality. And it also shows whether you have any access to public funds or not. Here we have mentioned some of the important links through which you can find more informations related to UK universities and UK visa procedures. I hope all the informations mentioned were clear, and if still you have any queries, you can comment us. You can also drop us a message on what informations are further required from our side. We wish you all the very best. Thank you.